So my family is all musicians. My dad is a drummer. My mom is a singer. my brother is a drummer and producer. My cousin is a producer. And I have several uncles and whatever. They're also musicians, mostly in jazz. But when I was 11 or 12, I started to play around with his music computer a little bit, and I made hip-hop. So I did that for a few years, and then I got involved with house music through my cousin Jesper. He taught me a little bit about the music programs and all the arrangement bits and everything, and it was really fun to work. But it was difficult in the beginning when I started touring, because people confused us, and sometimes I got bookings that were really meant for him, and because we share the same last name, and sometimes they had his picture when I was playing on the flyer, and probably the same for him. It was never that difficult for some reason. I think I sent out 3 or 4 demos before I got something signed when I was 14 or 15. This is the first club in Sweden that I played at, and it's a very old and famous venue. But my inspirations come from, well, basically what we listen to at home, like if it's jazz music or classical, or I mean, my name comes from John Coltrane, so I listen a lot to him, and also Miles Davis and stuff. And basically, I listen to a lot of instrumental music. I think it's important to have some musical background, even though it's like just house music or whatever. But I played drums for 6 years, maybe. I was in this big band playing drums, and then I played piano and guitar a little bit. It was very good with drums, especially because I feel like I've always wanted good drum sounds in my tracks, and with the piano I don't know any. I'm not classical trained, but I've always enjoyed playing the piano and try melodies out and try different chord progressions, and it was very important, especially with this new album. I wrote most of the songs just with the piano in the beginning to make it sound more interesting. So I think it's important to have some of that in your songs. It was my first apartment when I moved away from home, and I just brought my music computer to this place, but I didn't realize that it was a student place. And so when I started making music at 8 a.m. in the morning, I used to have students coming up and knocking my door like, "Hey man, we have an exam in a few hours, could you not play so much bass?" But it was opposite of my apartment where the fire truck is. That's it's like a famous fire station in Sweden, which was used in like a famous sitcom here. So I was very proud that I was opposite a famous thing. It was more a coincidence. Like I've done albums in the past, and I've been wanting to make an album for so long now, but we haven't really found a home for it. But then, I don't know, we started talking to Armada, and they suggested that maybe we should try and make an album. So I've been working on it for a year, and it's been very fun. Like they've been an amazing label to work with, and they've been very honest with their feedbacks. And we basically wanted to have a fresh album. There's not 10 of the same style. It's very varied, and I think the result is great. Like I'm very happy with it. I guess it's just showing like a new side of me, and it's kind of out of the box, the whole album. And I think that's what I wanted to show people, that I've done an album which is, I haven't done anything like this before.